A child stood at a street corner, leaning on a fence, swaying gently as he kicked gravel. The warm sunlight bathed the cobblestones, while a soft summer breeze stirred yellow dust that drifted down the road. Nearby, a little dark brown dog appeared, trotting purposefully with a rope dragging behind him. Sometimes, he stepped on it and stumbled. When he reached the child, they exchanged curious looks. After a moment, the dog wagged his tail hesitantly, and the child reached out his hand. The dog approached cautiously, and soon they were friends. The dog grew more excited, jumping and wagging until, in frustration, the child struck him. Hurt, but still trusting, the dog lay at the child's feet. Over time, the two became inseparable. The dog followed the child everywhere, despite occasional scolding or rough treatment. At night, the dog would cry out in loneliness, his howls echoing through the streets. When the child's family saw the dog, they disapproved, but the child defended him fiercely. The dog became a part of their home, though he was often mistreated by the family. Through it all, he remained loyal to the child, his love unwavering. One day, the child's father, drunk and angry, lashed out. The dog, confused and frightened, faced his wrath. Yet even after moments of fear and pain, the dog's faith in the child never wavered. In the end, the little dark brown dog remained a symbol of unconditional love and loyalty, despite the hardships he endured. But the father, lost in his drunken amusement, thought it would be fun to throw the dog out of the window. He reached down, grabbed the dog by its leg and lifted it, the poor creature squirming desperately to escape. With wild, drunken glee, he swung the dog around his head and with alarming precision flung it through the window. The neighborhood erupted in surprise. A woman watering her plants across the way gasped and dropped her flower pot. A man leaned dangerously out his window to watch the dog's flight. Down below, a woman hanging clothes stopped mid-task, her arms flailing in shock, looking like a prisoner unable to scream. Children ran through the streets, shouting and laughing at the bizarre sight. The dog's dark brown body crashed onto a shed roof 5 stories below, then rolled off, landing in the alleyway far above. The child in the room let out a mournful cry and hurried out, driven by despair. He struggled to descend the stairs, going backward, step by step, clutching the railing with his tiny hands. When they found him later, he was sitting quietly beside the lifeless body of his dear, dark brown friend, a heartbreaking scene of innocence and loss.